Hi, welcome back to a new episode on this channel. I need a brake. That's what we're going to do this week. This week I'm going to change out the front brakes of this Fiat Seicento. At the end of this week I will go on a holiday for 2 weeks to Croatia. But in the beginning next week my stepdaughter is going for a driver's license. So this car must be ready that she can drive this car. And this week I'm going to change out the front brakes, the brake disc and brand new pads. And this week I'm going to bring the car for a checkup so that she's allowed to drive on the road. What must I do more for the checkup? Little things. The window wipers must be replaced, that I got already in. But now we're going to change out the brakes. I will put up the car in the air, take off the wheel, and then we can see how we can change up the brakes. When you're working on brakes, always loosen up this cap from your brake fluid reservoir. Because when you putting in the brakes, you put the calipers back, it is easier for the fluid to come higher. When the cap on, you've got a little resistance. So that's why I always take the cap off. So I've tried to loosen up these bolts. They are very stuck. I tried it with heat. I let them soak for a while in W40. The edges are rounded up now. I don't think they come off now anymore. The only thing I can do is with a grinding tool. This is just slipping over it. So first I try to make a straight notch here, a straight line here, and use a flat screwdriver to get it on or off. And is that not possible, I will grind it off and then we work from there. So let's try to make a straight line. So now I grind the bolts off and let's see if he came off. Yes. Now let's see if we can remove these last pieces. So I just talked to some mechanics. These bolts, they are not necessary for our MOT, for the checkup of the car. They are only to hold this on place. But because we have the wheel bolts here, it's keeping on place when you're driving. So it is not necessary for the MOT to have these bolts. So I will grind them off and leave the rest of the bolt there. I can slide it over and it's no problem. It will be fixed that I can come to these holes. So we continue on this side, get this off and mounting back the new brakes. So the brakes are off now, the brake caliper. If you can see, there is a lot of meat on it, a little edge, but I want to make it good for her. Now we're going to clean off a little bit rust off here. So now it's clean. I put some copper grease on it and I must take my brake cleaner. So if you see the old and the new one, there was enough meat on this for many more miles. But it is the first car, so I want to have good brakes. If you can see here, I'll show you. It's only a few mils off. So let's change. Let's set the brake disc on here. I got a clean towel and I've got here some copper grease. Let's apply some grease on here. It's for the squeaking and for the future when I want to remove it, it's easier to remove. So now I have the new brakes. I will clean them with some brake cleaner. The clean towel. And I will clean them on later on again. I got the original nut here. Now it's on. So now we're putting back this holder. I also apply some grease on this. It's for the future, that it is easier to come off. And also on the back of the brake pads I will do a good bit of copper grease. It's for the squeaking sound. That the brakes are not squeaking. So I got my tool here for the piston to put it back. It's a very handy tool. Just slide it in here. Slide this in. And if you can see, with a little bit of force I can push back the piston in. So that's done. Release it and we can put back this caliper. And also on this screw bolt I make some grease too. So one side done, one side to go. So now let's move to the other side and do the same thing. So, now it's done. Now I really need a brake. Brake, yes, brake on the car and brake for myself. The brakes are done, front and back, so I know the brakes of the car are very good. It was a little bit of hassle to get the old brakes off, but we managed and we put the new ones on. In 2 days I have an appointment for the MOT, the checkup of the car, that it's allowed to drive on the normal road. And I think it is now Monday, Tuesday. In 4 days I will be leaving for 2 weeks on a holiday to Croatia. I hope to make some content to show you. But first, in 2 days, this car goes to the MOT. If you like our channel, please subscribe, put thumb up and put the post notifications on. Then you don't miss out anything on our channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time when we are going to work on our Piaggio MP3. Thank you very much. Bye bye.